I buried my mother in the backyard that humid July night, her body wrapped in the same floral bedsheets she'd used to swaddle me as a kid, the shovel biting into the red Georgia clay like it was hungry for more secrets. No priest, no eulogy, just me, the cicadas screaming their apocalypse, and the distant wail of a freight train mocking my solitude. That was the moment I decided. The family that raised me would pay, not with tears, but with everything they held dear. Because love in the South isn't forgiveness, it's a slow poison you learn to brew yourself. It started innocent enough. Or so I'd tell myself in the quiet hours before dawn, when the house creaked like it was confessing sins it couldn't keep. I was 16 when Mom got sick ovarian cancer. The kind that eats you from the inside out without a whisper of warning.
Dad.
Ever the pillar of Southern manhood, a used car salesman with a Bible on the dash and whiskey in the glove box. Decided grief meant more shifts at the lot. Gotta keep the lights on, darlin', he'd say, slapping my back too hard, his cologne a mix of Old Spice and regret. So I quit cheerleading, traded pom-poms for Pampers, and became the ghost in the machine of our fractured home. My little brother, Tommy, was 8 then, wide-eyed terror with a gap-toothed grin that could melt butter. Ellie, the baby sister, came screaming into the world a year later, courtesy of Dad's one-night comfort with his secretary, Marlene, who vanished faster than a bad check. Mom held on just long enough to name her, her voice a rasp, call her Ellie, like the elephant in the room. Then she was gone, leaving me with 2 kids who saw me as Mom,
Dad,
and punching bag all in one. I changed diapers while cramming for AP Bio, rocked Tommy through night terrors where he whispered about shadows in the closet that looked like Dad's silhouette. School became a battlefield, teachers cooing pity, classmates whispering trailer trash martyr. But I powered through, valedictorian at 18, a full ride to UGA waiting like a lifeline. Dad threw a party, cheap beer and fireworks in the driveway, clapping me on the back. Proud of you,
kiddo.
Now hustle that degree and send some green my way. College was a blur of ramen and regret. I majored in accounting because numbers don't lie, unlike people. Weekends, I drive back to Macon. The Volvo Mom left me groaning under the weight of groceries and guilt. Tommy started middle school, all limbs and attitude, shoplifting candy bars to impress the wrong crowd. Ellie toddled into toddlerhood, her curls a wild halo, asking, "Where, Mama?" with eyes that pierce like buckshot. I'd scoop her up, humming hymns Mom loved, while Dad nursed a bud in his lazy boy, flipping channels to Fox News rants about family values. The first crack in the facade came sophomore year. Tommy got pinched boosting a Game Boy from Walmart. Juvenile court loomed, and Dad, panicking, palms sweaty, begged me to fix it. I did. Forged a note from a guardian, claimed it was a family heirloom mix-up. The judge bought it. Tommy walked with a warning. But whispers spread, the golden girl covering for the screw-up brother. Dad's gratitude? A grunt and a six-pack. You're the strong one, Lena. Always have been. By 22, diploma in hand, I landed a gig at a firm in Atlanta, entry-level. But steady. Crunching numbers for fat cats who golfed with senators. The commute was hell. 3 hours round trip. But home pulled like quicksand. Dad's sales dried up post-recession. He drowned sorrows in Jack Daniels, leaving me to play debt collector with bill collectors who called my cell at midnight. Tommy, now 15, spiraled, weed in his backpack, joyrides in Dad's F-150. Ellie, 10, glued herself to me, braiding my hair with clumsy fingers, whispering, "Don't leave like Mama." I didn't.
Couldn't.
The firm dangled a promotion, senior analyst, corner office view of Peachtree, but it meant relocation to Charlotte. I turned it down. Dad overheard, smirked over his coffee. Good girl. Family first, right? That night, I found the eviction notice taped to the fridge. Late mortgage. Bank foreclosing. Dad swore it was a mistake, but his eyes darted like a cornered fox. I refinanced with my savings, co-signed the loan. My nest egg? Vaporized. "You're a lifesaver, Lena," he said, hugging me stiffly. Tommy high-fived. Ellie drew me a crayon heart. That's when the resentment fermented, slow and sour, like moonshine in a mason jar. I'd lie awake in my childhood twin bed, the walls papered in faded roses, listening to Dad's snores rattle through the vents. Why me? Why always the babysitter? The fixer? The fool? Mom's voice echoed in dreams. Don't let them break you, baby girl. But they were breaking me, piece by piece, and I was too damn tired to notice. The summer I turned 25, the pot boiled over. Tommy, 17 now, knocked up his girlfriend, some cheerleader named Kaylee with daddy issues and a tramp stamp. Dad flipped. No shotgun wedding on my watch. He drove them to the clinic in Augusta, 2 states over to dodge the Bible Belt busybodies. I found out after, from Ellie, who overheard and sobbed into my lap. They killed a baby. Lena. Is it my fault? I held her, rage coiling like kudzu in my gut. Dad confessed over lukewarm meatloaf. Had to.
Darlin'.
Boys got no future. You understand. Family decisions. I didn't. Not then. But I nodded, because that's what the babysitter does. Instead, I started digging. Late nights at the kitchen table, laptop glowing like a confessional. I hacked into Dad's email. Password was Mom's birthday. The bastard. What I found wasn't infidelity or embezzlement. It was worse. Letters from a lawyer in Savannah. Yellowed scans from '09. Mom hadn't died of cancer. She'd OD'd on oxy, prescribed after a car wreck Dad caused. Drunk behind the wheel, swerving to miss a deer that was really a hallucination from the coke he'd scored in Atlanta. The wreck?
Buried.
Dad paid off the ER doc. Claimed natural causes on the death certificate. Tommy, buckled in back, walked away with scratches. But Mom, trapped in the passenger seat, her spine shattered, dosed to hell on painkillers until her heart quit. And me, 16, too grief-struck to question the sudden passing. Dad's secret. He'd killed her. Not with his hands, but with his demons. And I'd mopped up the mess for years, raising his kids, paying his debts, living his lie. The hook sank deep. I printed the emails, tucked them in my mattress like a loaded .38. Confrontation brewed, but not yet. Ellie's school play was coming. Annie, ironic as hell, and I couldn't shatter her world. Not while she still needed the babysitter. Weeks blurred into a tense tango. Dad grew jittery, sniffing my late nights. You seeing someone? Lena? That why you're all secretive?
Tommy.
Sensing storm clouds. Crashed at Kaylee's moor. His absence is a mercy. Ellie clung tighter, her question sharpening. Why's Daddy always mad? Why do you cry in the shower? I'd ruffle her hair, force a laugh. Grown-up stuff. Squirt. Pass the syrup. The ultimatum dropped like a grenade on a Sunday brunch nobody wanted.
Dad.
Nursing a Bloody Mary at 10 a.m., slammed his fork. Lena, you're 25. Ain't no man gonna want a spinster chained to the stump. If you want to live here, fine, but start pulling weight.
Clean.
Cook. Keep the books. Or get out. His eyes, bloodshot and unyielding, dared me. Tommy snickered from his phone. Ellie froze, syrup dripping from her chin. The words hung, toxic as secondhand smoke. Years of my blood,
Sweat.
and silent screams, reduced to a chores list. I stood, chair scraping linoleum like nails on a coffin. Pulling weight? I've been the goddamn anchor.
Dad.
While you drowned us all. He laughed. Bitter. Ungrateful. Your mother would have wanted. Don't. My voice cracked like thunder. You don't get to say her name. I stormed out, slamming the screen door, the Georgia heat slapping my face like Judgment Day. In the shed, amid rusted tools and Mom's old hope chest, I wept, not for him, but for the girl I'd buried with her. That night, the plan crystallized. Revenge. Not swift, but surgical. I'd unravel their lives thread by thread, make them taste the isolation I'd swallowed whole. First thread, Tommy. I tailed him to Kaylee's trailer park, the kind with chain-link fences and dreams deferred. He was dealing now, pills from Dad's connections, oxy flowing like sweet tea at a picnic. I snapped photos, handoffs in the Dollar General lot, texts lighting his screen with buyer codes. Anonymous tip to the sheriff's office, routed through a burner app. By Friday, raid sirens wailed, Tommy cuffed in his boxers. Kaylee shrieking from the porch. Dad bailed him out. $5,000 I knew we didn't have. His face a mask of fury when he got home. Who the hell snitched, he roared, veins bulging like rivers on a map. I shrugged from the couch. Ellie asleep on my lap. Karma's a bitch.
Ha!
His fist twitched, but he backed down, always did when kids were near. Tommy, released on house arrest, glowered at me. You?
Nah.
Sis wouldn't, but doubt seated. And I watered it with silence. Ellie was collateral. Her innocence, a shield I hated wielding. She started wetting the bed post-raid. Nightmares of bad men in blue chasing her daddy. I'd rock her, whispering lies. It's okay, baby. Families stick. But inside, the knife twisted. How deep could I cut without orphaning her too? Dad's unraveling accelerated. Sales tanked. Whispers of his troubled son scared off Bible thumpers buying Buicks. He hit the bottle harder, stumbling in at 2 a.m., reeking of dive bars and despair. One night, he cornered me in the hall. You happy now? This what you wanted? His breath hot, bourbon-laced. I met his gaze. Steady. What I want is the truth. About Mom. He paled, staggering back. Old news. Lena. Let it lie. But lies don't lie quiet. I escalated. Dropped the lawyer's scans in his truck glove box. Anonymous. With a post-it. She deserved better. He found them mid-commute. Swerved into a ditch. Minor fender bender. But enough for a breathalyzer. DUI charge. Court date pending. The community turned. Church ladies clucking. Neighbors installing ring cams. Dad isolated. Raging at shadows. His family man facade cracking like eggshell under heel. Tommy lashed out. Petty thefts. A busted lip from a bar fight. He dragged Ellie to witness. See what you did? He hissed at me in the kitchen. Ice packed to his jaw. Ruined us. I leaned in, voice low. You ruined yourself. Little brother. I just turned on the lights. Ellie's eyes, wide from the doorway, imprinted the scene, division sown. By month's end, the house was a pressure cooker, steam hissing from every seam. Dad's ultimatum echoed. Weaponized now. One more screw-up. And you're out. All of ya.
But he meant me.
Always me. I packed a go bag, stashed under the bed, waiting for the spark. It ignited at Ellie's parent-teacher conference. Dad no-showed. Stuck at work. Tommy sent a Snapchat of him shotgunning beers with Kaylee. I went alone. Mrs. Hargrove's office smelling of chalk and concern. Ellie's withdrawn.
Lena.
Drawing pictures of graves. My heart seized. Sketches of Mom's plot. Stick figure family with X's over faces but mine. She's processing, I murmured, but knew my poison was seeping. Driving home, rain lashing the windshield like accusations. I hit the breaking point. Pulled into the Waffle House lot. Called a firm in Charlotte, yes. The job was still open. Start Monday, they said. Freedom dangled, but revenge whispered sweeter. That night, Dad stumbled in, eyes wild. Found your bag. Lena. Running. He loomed, belt unbuckled, not for a whipping, but threat. Tommy watched from stairs, Ellie peeking from her room. If you want to live here, he slurred, echoing his own words, you'll drop the vendetta. Or get the hell out. I smiled.
Cold as December in July. Oh, Dad.
I'm not leaving. Not until you all feel what I did. Grabbed the printed emails from my purse. Slapped them on the table. Read it. Aloud. He did. Voice cracking on the coroner's addendum. Accidental overdose. Contributing factors. Vehicular negligence. Tommy gasped, Ellie whimpered. The truth exploded, shrapnel embedding in us all. Dad crumpled, sobbing. I loved her. God, I loved her. But love doesn't erase graves. Tommy lunged. You bitch. You set this up? Fists flew, his glancing my cheek, mine connecting with his nose. Blood spraying Formica. Ellie screamed, bolting upstairs. Chaos reigned. The family I'd babysat fracturing under my hands. Cops came at dawn. Tommy's 911 call. Half hysterical. Assault charges hovered. But I lawyered up with the firm's pro bono, painting it self-defense against a drunken patriarch. Dad confessed in the squad car. The wreck. The cover-up. Mom's death. Manslaughter plea. 5 years upstate.
Tommy.
Juvenile records sealed, but spirit broken. Shipped to juvie for the dealing. Ellie? CPS swooped, fostering her with Aunt Marlene, the secretary who'd birthed her. Irony's cruel wink. I walked free, cheek bruised,
Soul scarred.
The house sold at auction. Proceeds to Ellie's trust, my doing. Anonymous wire. Charlotte waited, but I lingered in Macon motels, watching from afar. Dad's trial, teary testimony. Good man fallen.
Guilty.
Tommy's hearings, rehab promises. Ellie thrived. New curls bouncing at soccer games, unaware of the ghost aunt who funded her braces. Revenge tasted like ash, sweet at first, then choking. Was I avenger or destroyer? Dad's letters from prison begged forgiveness. You were always the heart.
Lena.
Forgive me, Tommy scrawls, hate you, but miss you. Ellie's drawings, smuggled via Marlene, stick me with a halo. The twist? In the attic, cleaning for the new owners, I found Mom's journal. Not cancer, suicide ideation predated the wreck. She'd known Dad's affairs, Tommy's paternity. Planned to leave, but stayed for me. Her last entry, Lena's the strong one. Don't let them chain her. I'd avenged a lie. Mom chose her end. I chose theirs. Happy? Tragic? You decide. I drove north. Rear view fading Macon like a bad dream. The babysitter was done. But in quiet moments, I wonder, who babysits the Avenger? Charlotte's skyline pierced the horizon like jagged teeth, welcoming me with a bite of autumn chill that seeped through my rental's thin walls. The apartment was a shoebox on the 9th floor, view of I-77 traffic jams. The hum of semis a lullaby for the sleepless. I started at the firm Monday, crisp blouse and heels that pinched like guilt, crunching audits for hedge fund vultures who eyed me like fresh meat. Lena Hargrove, I introduced. Maiden name reclaimed, a severance from the surname that stank of bourbon and betrayal. Colleagues cooed over my tragic backstory, vague allusions to family troubles I'd leaked in HR onboarding. Pity bought coffee runs, I drank it black, bitter as the truth. Nights, I'd scroll prison rosters, Dad's mugshot staring back, hollow cheeks, eyes pleading through pixels. 5 years at Phillips State, medium security. The kind where lifers mentor rookies on shank sharpening. I wrote once. Wrought slow. No reply. Tommy's juvie stint ended early. Good behavior. They called it survival. I knew. He couch-surfed Atlanta squats. Tattooed regrets blooming on his arms. DMs to mutuals begging for my number. I blocked them all. But unblocked one. Ellie's school pics. Forwarded by Marlene. Smiling gap-toothed at 8. Braces glinting. Uniform crisp. She's asking for Aunt Lena, the caption read. Knife twist. Work became obsession. Numbers my new family predictable. Unforgiving. Promotion came quick. Manager by 26. Leading a team of wide-eyed grads who called me boss lady with awe. I mentored ruthlessly, pushing them to edges I'd walked, weeding out the weak. Family first, I'd quip in meetings. The irony, a private joke. But cracks showed, nightmares of the screen door slam. Ellie's scream echoing in sterile conference rooms. Therapy? A joke. Process your trauma. The app chatbot droned. I deleted it. Poured wine instead. The call came Thanksgiving, Marlene. Voice syrup thick. Ellie's got a fever. Lena. Doctors say pneumonia. But she's asking for you. I was elbow deep in turkey brine for a solo feast. The ovens glow mocking my solitude. Tell her I'm praying. I lied. Hanging up before sobs cracked my voice. Praying? For what? Absolution? Annihilation? I drove south that night. Wipers battling black ice. Radio crooning Carrie Underwood anthems about Jesus taking the wheel. Macon blurred past. Skeletal oaks clawing the moon. Hospital smelled of bleach and despair. Ellie's room a pastel prison. She lay small, for dripping like tears. Curls matted. Aunt Lena? Her whisper hooked me. Marlene hovered. Awkward. Didn't think you'd come. I hadn't either. Scooped Ellie up, featherlight. Burning, murmuring nonsense. Hey? Squirt. Brought your favorite stories about that time we chased fireflies. Her laugh rasped, but lit the room. Dad's jeans. That resilience. But Mom's spark. We talked till dawn. Her new life. Soccer goals. A puppy named Biscuit. No mention of the raid. The trial. Daddy says you're busy saving the world with numbers. I choked. Something like that. Marlene pulled me aside. He's out in 6 months. Lena. Parole hearing. Ellie's excited. Excitement? For the man who'd orphaned her twice? Rage flickered. But Ellie's hand in mine doused it. I stayed a week. Playing nurse. Dodging Dad's prison postcards Marlene slipped me. Thanksgiving miracle. See you soon. Back in Charlotte. The firm buzzed. Holiday bonus. Team building retreat. I excelled. Schmoozing partners at steakhouses. Their cigars and scotch a far cry from Waffle House hash browns. Boyfriend? Enter Jake, divorce attorney. All pressed khakis and easy grins. Met at a wine bar where I drowned regrets in Merlot. You're intense, he said on date 3. Fingers tracing my bruised scar from Tommy's punch. I like it. Sex was release. Not redemption. Bodies colliding in my king bed. His whispers of stay, echoing ultimatums I'd fled. But revenge dormant stirs hungry. February brought Dad's parole. Granted. Naturally. Community service. AA meetings. The prodigal script. He moved in with Marlene.
Ironie est encore.
Ellie shuttling weekends like a ping pong. Social media stalking. Dad's Facebook. Grateful for second chances. Photo with Ellie on his knee. Her smile strained. Tommy resurfaced. Clean-shaven in rehab selfies. Rebuilding the fam. Comments flooded. Proud of you.
Son.
My stomach turned. I countered subtle. Anonymous Yelp review on Dad's old lot. Now Marlene's side hustle. Shady salesman. Hid my mom's death for insurance. Stars plummeted. Calls dried. Tommy's gig at a garage. Tip to OSHA. Unlicensed welds. Safety violations. Inspection shut it down. His boss firing him via text.
Petty?
Perhaps. But each jab drew blood. Invisible wounds festering. Spring thawed secrets. Jake proposed over brunch, pancakes, and a Tiffany box. His eyes earnest. Build a life.
Lena.
No more ghosts. I stared at the ring. Diamond winking like a lie. Ghosts pay rent, I muttered. Slipping it on. Wedding planning consumed. Charlotte venue. Magnolia blooms. Vows scripted but sincere. Ellie as flower girl. The hook I couldn't resist. Marlene RSVP'd yes. Dad too. With a note. Honored.
Darlin'.
Let's heal. The rehearsal dinner was a minefield. Backyard barbecue at Jake's McMansion. String lights twinkling over ribs and regret. Dad arrived in chinos. Sober 6 months. Clapping Jake's back. Welcome to the crazy. Tommy. Bulked from gym therapy. Hugged too tight. Sis. You look happy. Ellie twirled in tulle. Whispering. You're gonna be a real aunt now. Laughter flowed. Beer skipped. Toasts to futures unscarred. For a breath. I believed it. Forgiveness as family glue. Then. Post-dinner. Dad pulled me to the gazebo. Bourbon-free but breath ragged. Lena. I know it was you. The tips. The reviews. Hurts. But I get it.
Mom.
I killed her. Every day. Tears tracked his cheeks. Genuine as Georgia rain. Forgive me? For Ellie? The old hook sank. But twisted now, with Jake's ring heavy. Ellie's giggles echoing. The Avenger faltered. Maybe, I whispered. Maybe. Wedding day dawned perfect. blue skies. Azaleas blooming defiant. Vows exchanged. Jake's kiss sealing a new chapter. Reception swirled. Cake cutting.
Bouquet toss.
Ellie catching it with shrieks. Dad danced with her. Slow and paternal. Tommy cuttrugging with cousins. I watched from the head table. Wine glass trembling. Jake squeezed my hand. Mrs. Ellis now. Our turn. But dusk brought the serpent. Tommy cornered me by the porta-potties. Eyes bloodshot, not grief, but blow. Found your burner.
Cease.
All those calls, you're poison. He shoved a phone, screenshots of my tips. Timestamps damning. Dad's dying inside. Ellie's cracking. End it, or I will. Threat hung.
Siebling war renewed.
I laughed. Lo, you started this.
Tommy.
Covering your ass since diapers. He lunged, but Jake appeared, diffusing with bro hugs. Night ended uneasy. Toasts souring to silence. Honeymoon in Key West, sun-bleached beaches. Daiquiris blurring edges. Jake made love like salvation. Whispering futures, kids, cabin in the Smokies. I tried believing, but Mom's journal haunted her words. Don't chain yourself. Back home, unpacked boxes mingled with doubts.
Jake, dove in tu cases e dove diper?
Dad's cancer hit June prostate. Stage 3. Chemo's cruel lottery. Marlene called, sobbing. He wants you. Lena. Before it's too late, Ellie's voice piped. Aunt Lena, Daddy's sick.
Come? Guilt tsunami.
I drove south. Jake supportive. Go. Family's family. Hospital reunion. Dad's skeletal. Tubes snaking. But eyes alive. Knew you'd come, he rasped, gripping my hand. Tommy lurked. Truce tentative. Ellie curled in my lap, drawing chemo monsters. We talked, raw, unfiltered. The wreck, Dad's coke binge after Mom's affair confession, twist. She strayed first. With the pastor. The cover-up, fear of losing us kids. My burdens, his shame. Projected. You were never the babysitter. Lena. You were the savior. Forgive. Tears flowed. Mine included. Trying, I admitted. Discharge brought hospice at home. Marlene's bungalow. Ellie shuttling school to sickbed. I weekends only. Jake understanding but distant. Don't lose yourself again. Cooking stews. Reading psalms. Watching Dad fade. Tommy stepped up, job steady. AA sponsor. Redemption arc. Scripted by suffering. But revenge's ember glowed. One night. Dad lucid. Confess more. Insurance payout post-mom. Squandered on Tommy's bail. My college loans that were gifts he never repaid. Owe you everything, he wheezed. I nodded, but pocketed his pill bottle, Oxy.
Prescribed.
Temptation whispered. Accelerate the end. Mercy kill. Hand hovered. Ellie's giggle from hall pulled back.
Not yet.
Labor Day. Dad rallied barbecue in the yard. Ribs smoking.
Le terre tentative.
Jake met the new family. Charmed. Strong stock. Toasts to survival. But Tommy pulled me aside. Truce holds if you quit digging. I smiled. Digging's done.
Lie.
Sweet as pecan pie. Fall deepened. Leaves turning blood red. Firm promoted me VP. Bonus fat. Office with skyline view. Jake and I house hunted. Colonial in Dilworth. Nursery painted neutral. Baby fever?
Subtle.
but stirring. Ellie visited. Cousin dreams bubbling. Life normalized. Scars fading to white lines. Then, November storm. Dad's skin clear. Remission miracle. Church rejoiced. Answered prayers. He called. Second chance. Part 2. Come Christmas? I agreed. Heart thawing. Tommy texted. Proud of us. Ellie's card. Hearts and love forever. Christmas Eve. Charlotte snow dusted rare. Tree twinkled. Jake's proposal ring joined by Mom's pearls. Gift from Dad. Via Marlene. Peace settled. Fragile as eggshell. But midnight. Phone buzzed unknown. Check the attic. Truth waits. Attached. Photo of Mom's journal. Open to a page I missed. Drove through flurries. Pulse thunder. Marlene's attic. Dust motes dancing in flashlight beam. Journal waited. Bookmark. For Lena, the real chain. Pages spilled. Mom's affair? Cover for Dad's abuse. Bruises hidden. Kids shielded. The wreck?
No accident.
Dad aimed for the deer to punish her leaving. Knew the oxy would fix the fallout. And me? She'd written letters. Stashed for my 18th, exposing him, urging escape. But Dad found them. Burned all but one. This remnant. Horror hollowed me. The betrayal layered. Infinite. Hospice Dad? Actor to the end. Remission? Faked for sympathy. Insurance scam brewing. Proof. Bank statements tucked beside. Payouts plotted. Storm raged outside as I confronted. Downstairs. Family gathered. Dad frail in robe. Ellie baking cookies. Tommy carving ham. Marlene humming carols. Jake on FaceTime from a late deposition. Truth time, I announced. Journal slapping coffee table. Gasps rippled. Dad's eyes widened. Lena. No. Yes. I read aloud. Abuse logs. Wreck intent. Letter burns. Tommy blanched. Bullshit. But Marlene crumbled. He told me. After the fire. Ellie sobbed. Grandpa bad? Jake's call dropped. Silence damning. Dad lunged for the book. We wrestled. Pages tearing. His frail hands iron. Tommy joined. Pinning me. Stop ruining us. Marlene froze. Ellie fled to her room. Fists. Shouts. Chaos reborn. I broke free. Grabbed the pill bottle from my purse. Your medicine. Dad. Take it all. Forced cap. Pills spilling like confetti. He swallowed handfuls. Choking defiance. You always were the monster. Ambulance wailed. Yar pumped stomach. But too late. Overdose intentional. They ruled.
Suicide.
Note forged by me in haste. Can't face the lies. Tommy arrested. Assault on me. Bruises blooming. Marlene confessed complicity. Accessory charges. Ellie? Traumatized. Therapy bound. Shuttled to Jake's sister in Raleigh. I walked free again, self-defense. Truth serum. Jake divorced. Citing toxicity. Can't build on graves. Lena. Firm fired me. Ethics breach. Leaked audits tying to Dad's scams. Broke. I couch surfed. Ellie's visits supervised. Her eyes haunted. Why? Aunt Lena? The twist? Journal's last line. In Mom's hand, revenge chains tighter than love. Break free. Baby. I'd avenged the wrong villain myself. Most of all. Happy ending? If freedom's ashes count. Tragic? If you see the orphan I left. Debate it over eggnog. I'm done toasting ghosts. Raleigh's suburbs swallowed me whole. A beige anonymity of cul-de-sacs and minivans. Jake's sister's guest room a temporary tomb. Morning started with black coffee and court summons, Tommy's lawyer sniffing for defamation. Marlene's public defender angling for immunity by flipping on me. You pushed him to it, the tabloid headline screamed. Daughter's deadly revenge. Family annihilated in holiday horror. America ate it up. True crime podcast dissecting my dissent. Therapists on CNN calling it generational trauma's ugly bloom. I ghosted socials. Dyed my hair mousy brown. Answered to Laura at the temp agency gig, data entry. Numbers mocking my fall. Ellie was the anchor. Weekends at the park. Her small hand in mine a lifeline fraying. 9 now. Therapy scarred. She drew less graves. More rainbows. But questions pierced. Did you kill Grandpa? I'd freeze. Swing higher. He killed himself.
Squirt.
With help from lies. She'd nod. Trusting. But distance grew. Hugs briefer. I searching for the aunt who'd vanished in the storm. Jake finalized the divorce swift. Prenup ironclad. House sold. My half barely covering legal fees. His texts. Wish you well. Lena. Get help. Help. I tried group sessions in church basements. Circle of addicts and abusers swapping war stories. My dad's ghost haunts my spreadsheets. I confessed once. Earning nods. But when a vet shared POW horrors, my petty poison soured. I stopped going. Instead, I ran, miles along greenways. Lungs burning. Mind clearing to plans. Revenge phase 2. Not destruction, but dissection. Tommy out on bail. I tracked him via skip tracers, Atlanta halfway house. Gig as line cook at a dive. His Instagram? Cleaned. But old posts lingered. Party boy with Kaylee. Pre-raid grins. I reached out anonymous. Know your dad's secrets? Check this. Link to mom's journal scans. Uploaded to a dark web drop.
He bit.
Raging voicemails to deadlines. You bitch. I'll bury you. Marlene cracked first. Plea deal. Spilling dad's scams. Faked diagnoses for disability checks. Oxy flips to fund Tommy's habits. Feds raided her books. She flipped on suppliers. Chain unraveling to cartel whispers. Tommy caught in the net distribution charges. 15 to life staring. His call from county. Sis.
Please.
For Ellie. I hung up, but visited glass partition. His face gaunt. Why won't it end? Because you started it, I said. Covering for dad. Letting me drown. He wept. I was a kid.
So was I.
Ellie's guardian ad litem pushed custody me. The villain? Hearings dragged. Shrinks testifying. Lena exhibits protective instincts. But trauma clouds judgment. Jake testified neutral. She tried. Verdict, supervised visits only. Ellie staying put. Her reaction? Rage at 9. I hate you. Stormed off. Leaving me in the waiting room. Echoes of ultimatums. Summer scorched. Temp work dried. I waitressed at a Cracker Barrel off I-40. Tourists tipping pity for my haunted eyes. Nights. I'd drive to Macon unannounced. Circling the old house, now rentals. Porch light flickering like a lie. One dusk. Found Tommy there. Squatting with strays. Kaylee heavy-bellied again. Get out, he snarled from the glider. I tossed a fast food bag. Peace offering. We ate in silence. Grease dripping. Old rhythms resurfacing. Ellie's asking about a baby brother, he said. Think she'd like one? I nodded. Throat tight. She'd be a great big sis.
Truce teetered.
He spilled. Dad's prison letters. Real remorse. Cancer real, but accelerated by stress, my stress. You won. Lena. We're all losers. I drove back north. Radio silent. Wondering if victory was void. Fall brought opportunity, headhunter call. Old firm contact. Need a forensic accountant in D.C. Scandal cleanup. Your rep precedes.
That?
The infamous Hargrove case. Now case study in ethics seminars. I took it. Amtrak to Union Station. Georgetown row house shared with strangers. D.C. pulsed power, lobbyists and loafers. Monuments, marble cold. Job, untangling congressional pork. Tracing bribes to offshore shells.
Boss.
A silver fox ex-FBI. You dig deep. Hargrove. Like you got scores to settle. I smiled. Something like that. Ellie visited Thanksgiving, plane ticket my splurge. Her eyes wide at Air Force One flyovers. We toured them all. Lincoln's gaze stern. Forgive, she asked, touching his foot. Sometimes, I said. Dinner, turkey takeout. Stories of mom's pecan pie. She slept curled, whispering dreams. Jake remarried, blonde realtor. Instagram perfect. Hurt, dull ache now. Tommy's trial loomed December. Federal Courthouse, Atlanta. I testified truth, the journal, the confrontation. My pills push. Provocation, his lawyer spun, but jury saw enabler. Guilty. 20 years. He wrote from McCreary. Raise her right. Lena. Don't repeat us. Ellie got the letter. Cried. Uncle Tommy's gone forever? I held her. Not forever. Families bend. New Year.
DC's Nobel Langketche debut.
Promotion, lead investigator. Salary 6 figures. Colleagues invited out, bars in DuPont. Hookups blurring loneliness. 1. A reporter named Sam. Sharp jaw. Sharper questions. Heard about your family. Hero or villain? Over whiskey sours. Both. Pick a side. We dated casual. His bylines on corruption mirroring my audits. You're fire, he said post-sex. Tracing scars. Burns everything. Spring bloomed scandals, senator caught in my net. Resignation prime time. Fame nibbled. Podcast invites. The Avenger accountant. I declined, but leaked to Sam. Cartel ties to dad's suppliers. Front page. Southern sin web unraveled. Tommy's appeals tanked. Marlene deported. Mexican roots. Ironies lash. Ellie. 10. Started therapy drawings of me as superhero, Cape frayed. Summer storm. Ellie's guardian died. Car wreck. Drunk driver. Custody reopened. I petition full. Hearings grilled. Shrinks. Social workers. Jake's ex-wife testifying unstable. But Ellie's voice. I want Aunt Lena. She's my mom now. Granted. 10. Mine paperwork signed. Raleigh house sold.
DC move permanent.
Unpacking boxes. Ellie's room pink-walled. She hugged. Our family? Yeah.
Squirt. Ours.
Jake called congrats. Awkward. Good for you. Sam proposed collaboration. Book deal. Blood ledger. A daughter's reckoning. I pondered, but shelved. Stories end. Living doesn't. Fall leaves turned. Ellie's school open house. Parents mingling. My hand raised confident. Tommy's holiday card arrived. Aunt Lena's the boss now. Dad's grave? I visited once. Weeds choking. Whispered, rest easy. Chains broken. But December Eve. Knock, Marlene.
Gaunt.
Deported false. Hid my papers. For Ellie. Begged shelter. One night. I let her in. Stew simmering. Ellie woke. Hugged. Grandma? Stories flowed, Mom's laughs. Dad's dances. Sins softened. Marlene confessed. I loved him. Knew the wreck. Stayed silent. Forgiveness?
One night, I said. Dawn.
She left, bus ticket. My gift. Ellie asked, was she bad? Complicated. Baby. Like us. School play. A Christmas Carol. Ellie as Tiny Tim. Crutch high. God bless us. Everyone. Audience applauded. I wept. Chains clinking faint. New Year. Sam over. Book. Maybe. Fire crackled. Ellie asleep. Life rebuilt. Bricks of regret. Hero? Villain? Avenger? Babysitter still. But paid now in love's quiet wage. Twist lingers. Journal's ash. A page survived Mom's hand. If he kills me, tell Lena, run. Don't rage. Too late. Debate. Did I free or fetter? Eggnog's on me. DC's cherry blossoms erupted like pink shrapnel. Petals carpeting sidewalks as Ellie and I picnicked by the tidal basin, her laughter chasing Jefferson's shadow. 11 now. Braces off. Soccer cleats muddy, normalcy's armor fitting loose but growing. School reports glowed. Bright. Resilient. With a knack for math like her aunt. My doing. Nights drilling fractions over takeout tie. Home was rowhouse haven. Hardwood creeks. Herb garden on the stoop. Sam's weekend visits blending bachelor chaos with family rhythm. Stepdad material, he'd joke. Flipping pancakes. Ellie'd giggle. Maybe. Work sharpened to scalpel. Forensic lead. My audits toppling a lobbyist ring. Kickbacks to AG committees. Farms fattened on taxpayer slop. Boss promoted. Director. A corner office with Potomac view. Salary ballooning to fund Ellie's college fund early. Colleagues whispered ice queen, but respected the bite. My briefings crisp. Takedowns surgical. Sam pitched the book harder. Your story's gold. Betrayal. Redemption. That killer twist. I wavered. Therapy urged. Right to heal. First chapter drafted over wine. I buried my mother in the backyard. Sent to agent. Bites immediate.
Tomies appeal scrolled, pro bono crusader sniffen wrongful conviction.
Citing my manipulated testimony. Subpoena arrived spring. Deposition. Atlanta Federal.
I flu solo.
Ellie with sitter. Nerves jangling like loose change. Courtroom sterile. Tommy shackled across oak. Older. Ink faded. Eyes hardened. Lena, he nodded. Voice gravel. Questions probed. Journal authenticity. Mom's hand. Verified. Pill force. Self-defense. Bruises photographed. His lawyer spun. Coerced confession. I countered calm. Truth coerced nothing. Lies killed her. Jury deadlocked mistrial. Retrial fall. Tommy cornered me post. Ellie okay? Thriving. Pause. Thanks for the books you send. She's smart. I nodded. Throat tight. Hates half-life short.
Back in DC.
Sam hugged. Proud. Warrior. Sex that night fierce. Reclaiming. Summer scorched scandals. My report leaked. Sam's doing? Headlines. Accountant Avenger exposes Farm Bill fraud. Congressional hearing summoned. Hill testimony. Lights hot. Senators grilling. MS. Hargrove. Vigilante justice.
No, sir.
Accountability. Clips viral. Book deal sealed. 6 figures. Movie option whispers. Ellie beamed at signings. My aunt's famous. Vacation. Outer Banks rental. Dunes and dunes.
Kite strings tangling.
Ellie buried me in sand.
Monster mom, samsrft.
Board slicing waves. Bonfire nights. Esmores sticky. Story sanitized. Mom's strength. Dad's flaws. Tommy's vacation. Ellie asked, will Uncle come home? Someday?
Squirt. People change. Did they?
Fall retrial loomed. I prep pro bono. Digging Tommy's files. Twist unearthed. His dealing? Dad's setup. Framing to toughen him post-mom. Text recovered. Take the fall.
Son.
Builds character. Jury heard. Acquitted. Manslaughter reduced. Time served. Release October.
Halfway house again.
His call. Oh, you.
Cease.
Ellie drew welcome card. Home now. Thanksgiving. He came, bus to Union Station. Duffel slung. Gaunt but grinning. Dinner awkward. Turkey dry.
Sam probing gental.
Ellie chattering soccer. Post-feast. Kitchen cleanup. Missed this. I handed dish soap. Don't make me regret.
Truce tentative.
Threads mending. Book launch December. DuPont Circle Bookstore. Crowd buzzing. Ellie front row proud. Readings hooked. Hook sentences gasped. Twists debated. Q&A heated. Was revenge right? Necessary, I said. But costly. Signings endless. One fan, Marlene. Incognito. Proud. Mija. Ellie's light. Hugs brief. She vanished into snow. Christmas. Full table, Tommy carving. Sam toasting. Ellie gifting handmade ornaments. Dad's absence ghost light, but warmer. Midnight mass. Candles flickering. Ellie's hand. Family fixed. Getting there. New Year. Sam's ring. Simple gold. Beach proposal. Build it right. Lena. Yes. Whispered over champagne. Wedding spring. Courthouse quiet. Ellie witness. Tommy best man.
Bows. No ghosts.
Only us. Summer idol. Family road trip. Blue Ridge cabins. Hikes and huckleberry pies. Tommy dated steady. Mechanic shop legit. Book bestseller. Sequel pitched. Ellie's story. She vetoed. Too boring. Fall brought bump. Pregnant. Surprise blue line. Ellie ecstatic. Baby sis. Tommy uncle proud. Work maternity. Audits paused. But legacy lingered. Reform bills named Hargrove Act. Transparency mandates. Winter baby arrived December. Girl. Curled fist. Named Rose. After mom's garden. Hospital glow. Ellie cooing. Tommy teary. Sam beaming.
Full circle, he said.
But twist shadows. Anonymous letter. Journal paper. Dad Levs. Cancer con. Heart seized photo attached. Him in Mexico.
Tan.
Laughing with Marlene. Scam deeper. Faked death for escape. Insurance cashed. Rage flickered. But Rose's cry doused. Call Tommy, he's alive. Pause. Let him rot. We're free. Debate. Chase or cherish.
Eat showskrib over coffin.
Avenger retired. Babysitter eternal, but paid in joy's coin. Yours to judge. Happy theft or tragic truce. Rose's first wail pierced the DC dawn like a siren's call to chaos. Her tiny lungs demanding the world bend. For pounds even. Vernix slick. Eyes slitted blue, mom's hue. Or so I imagined in sleep-deprived haze. Hospital discharge brought us home to the row house. Bassinet by our bed. Sam's arms steal around the midnight feeds. Ellie, 12 now. Appointed Big Sis Sergeant. I got diapers. Aunt, Mom Lena. The title tripped her tongue. Sweet stutter toward normal. Tommy crashed the couch those weeks. Burping rose like a pro. His halfway parole eased by my character vouch. Uncle Duty, he'd grin. But eyes shadowed, job hunts fruitless. Demons whispering. Book sequel stalled. Ellie's story morphed to memoir addendum. Agent pushing. Cash in on the baby bump. Redemption arc. I balked. Typing fragments between colic cries. Motherhood's revenge. Outliving the hurt. Work remote. Audits via Zoom. Boss indulgent. Family first. Hargrove. Irony-laced, once chains. Now choice. Spring thawed with roses coos. Cherry petals confetti at park strolls. Ellie coached soccer. Shin guard scuffed. I cheered from bleachers. Baby sling heavy. Sam proposed expansion. By the row house outright. Garden for roses first steps. Closing papers signed. Keys jingling like freedom bells. Tommy landed gig. Auto shop in Anacostia. Clean but gritty.
Vos saix con mentor.
Dinners weekly, his potluck tacos. Our debates over Dos Equis. Dad's letter. Burn it. Ellie vetoed. Keep. For when she's big. Summer swelter-tested truces. Dad's death photo nod, Mexico Beach. Pina colada in hand. Marlene's laugh frozen in pixels. Interpol pinged my leak, Sam's newsroom. But extradition stalled. No crimes south of border. Tommy raged. Bastards sunning while we scrape? We plotted petty. Freeze his stateside accounts. But Rose's gummy smile disarmed. Later. Uncle Tom. Vakui Redux. Shinkatig ponies. Salt air healing. Ellie rode tandem. Wind whipped. Rose napped shaded. Bonfire confessions. Tommy's relapse scare. My therapy restart. We're fucked up. But fixing, he said. Amen. False scandals cycled. New audit. Pharma execs doping opioids like Dad's old game. Testimony hill again. Rose nursed discreet in green room. Senator softer. Mother now.
Enes.
Hargrove. Fighter always. Bill passed. Rose Act. Pill mill crackdown. Cheers home. Ellie. Baby sister's law. Thanksgiving feast ballooned. Sam's folks from Philly. Tommy's girl Mia. Shy barista, with tattoos. Table groaned. Turkey. Yams. Debates on football versus. Family feuds. Rose babbled high chair. Ellie carved. To Sicons. Post pie. Dad's letter surfaced. Mexico postmark. Via proxy. Dying real this time. Forgive. Ellie read silent. Teared. Grandpa's sorry. Tommy crumpled it. I pocketed. Unresolved. Christmas magic. Tree farm hall. Rose's first ornaments. Salt dough stars. Mia gifted books. Sam's ring finger bore mine. Midnight. Ellie whispered. Family complete? Close. Squirt. But dawn brought Mia's bruise. Tommy's temper. Bottle fueled. Confront kitchen. Not him again. He swore off. AA recommitted.
Mia stayed. Patterns persist.
New Year's snowed us in. Rose crawling carpets. Ellie tween moody, crushes. Cell drama. Book dropped. Chains unbound. Bestseller Redux. Movie greenlit. Reese Witherspoon circling. Interviews gushed. Love's the real revenge. Lie polite. Truth tangled. Spring wedding anniversary. Sam's vow renewal. Backyard vows. Rose flower crown. Ellie ring bearer. Tommy best again. Sober toast. To not fucking it up. Laughter healed. Summer storm. Dad surfaced. Border cross. Coughing blood. Marlene trailing gaunt. Airport pickup, reluctant. My Civic sagging under baggage. Cancer real, he rasped, eyes sunken. Ellie hugged wary. Grandpa. Rose stared curious. Home quarantine. Guest room hospice light. Hospice consult. Morphine drips. Talks raw. Rec apology. Journal burn regret. You were right to rage, he said. But forgive. Lena. For her. Rose gurgled. Hooks sank soft. Tommy exploded. After everything? Punched wall.
Mia fleeing.
Relapse hit, shop fired. Couch exile. I mediated. Stay for Dad's end.
He did.
Grudging, bedside vigils. Stories sanitized. Ellie journaled. Grandpa's dying good. Fall leaves fell, as Dad faded. September equinox. Last breath ragged. Love you all. Funeral small. Plot by moms. Georgia Clay reluctant. Eulogy mine. Flawed man. Flawed love. Rest. Ellie laid Rose. Tommy shoveled silent. Rose babbled oblivious. Marlene slipped south. Closure's ghost. Winter wrapped wounds. Tommy rehab voluntary. Mia waiting. Rose walked. Ellie tutored her steps. Book tour paused. Family first. Twist. Dad's will. Mexico stash. Half to Ellie. Half to me. Break chains. Laundered clean? Feds eyed. But clean. Debate. Tainted gift or grace. I banked for college. Chains monetized. Life bloomed. Rose's words. Ellie's teens.
Same's partnership.
Tommy steady. Avenger?
Myth.
Babysitter?
Blessed.
Judge as you will. Happy harvest or haunted. Rose's toddler tantrums echoed off rowhouse walls like mini thunderclaps. Her chubby fists pounding high chairs in righteous fury over mashed peas or denied cookies. 2 now.
Vocabulary exploding. No.
Mama. A daily decree that twisted my heart with pride and exhaustion. Ellie. 13. Navigated middle school minefields, algebra aces. Boy crushes fumbled. Braces back for tweaks. Normal drama, she'd sigh. Scrolling TikTok teen angst.
Some.
Partner promoted to senior counsel. Balanced billables with bedtime stories. His baritone lulling Rose to goodnight moon. Tommy. Post-rehab rock. Shacked with Mia in a Adams Morgan walk-up. Their baby bump announced spring. Nephew en route. Family tree branching defiant. Work zenith. Director title gilded with advisory board seats. White House briefings on fiscal fraud. Hargrove doctrine. They dubbed my audit protocols zero-tolerance traces. Chains of custody ironclad. Media darling. TED Talk, numbers don't lie. Exposing family and fortune. Views viral. Standing ovations. Book 3 pitched. Legacy ledgers. Ellie co-author tease. She balked. Mom. Too embarrassing. Summer idol. Cape May Beach house rental. Waves lapping. Rose sandcastles toppled gleefully. Tommy's boy. Little Jax. Born July 4th. Fireworks backdrop. Mia's labor epic. Hospital waiting. Ellie pacing. Rose napping my lap. Sam timing contractions via app. Jax arrived red-faced. Tommy teary. Dad would have loved this. We nodded. Ghosts polite. Fall foliage framed crises. Ellie's cyberbully saga. Snapchat shaming over weird family. I coached calm. Block. Report. Rise. But inside. Old rage. Who'd hurt my girl? Hacked traces led to Tommy's ex Kaylee. Grudge eternal. Confront virtual. Anonymous DM warning. Legal shadow. She ghosted. Peace bot. Thanksgiving mega. 2 turkeys. Jax's high chair mess. Mia's pie lattice perfect. Toast slurred sentimental. Sam's to expansions. Tommy's to clean slates. Rose clink sippy cup. Ellie rolled eyes teen. Post-feast football. Dads will unsealed full. Mexico deeds. Cartel tainted? Feds cleared. But whispers. Blood money. I funneled to trusts. Ellie college. Rose future. Jack's wild card. Clean ledger. Or laundered lie. Christmas chaos. Santa sacks. Rose's awe at wrapping rip. Ellie's wishlist iPhone gifted wary. Tommy proposed to Mia ringside. Simple band. Jack's gurgling approval. Ellie maid of honor sworn. Rose flower girl trainee. Midnight. Ellie confided. Miss Grandpa sometimes. Me too, lie soft. Journal entry that night. Forgiveness seasonal? New Year resolution, therapy family circles in Georgetown. Unpacking wreckage. Tommy owned enabling. I owned pills. Ellie sketched feelings. Even Sam joined. Partners and ghosts. Progress incremental. Hertz hashed. Spring wedding. Tommy Mia. Botanic gardens bloom. Jack's ring bearer wobbling. Vows heartfelt. Through relapses and rages. Reception danced. Rose twirled my arms. Ellie snuck sips. Sam whispered. Our turn for more? Baby two? Disgust dreamy. Summer storm. My audit bombshell. Cabinet Secretary's slush fund. Election year earthquake. Resignation. Hearings hostile. Threats rolled. Anonymous calls. Back off. Babysitter. Protection detail brief. Some panicked. Kvitt? No, doubled down. Testimony Teflon. Fall book drop. Legacy. Co-credited Ellie.
Best-seller instant.
Tour tandem. Her teen wit charmed. My grit grounded. Q&A raw. Regrets? Ellie, none. Shaped us strong. Heart swelled. Winter whisper. Positive test, boy. Due March. Ellie, brother. Rose. Baby. Tommy. Shop's naming rights. Jack's toddled. Family fractal. But twist crept. Marlene return. Cancer her own. Deported dream dashed. Begged hospice. For Ellie. We relented. Guest room redux. Stories swapped. Mom's secrets. Dad's demons. Ellie bonded. Grandma stories best. Marlene past gentle. Ellie eulogy. Loved late. But loved. Spring birth. Leo. Lion roar cry.
Says Meanie.
Hospital joy. Ellie snapping pics. Rose kissing toes. Tommy toasting tiny. Home hexagon. Chaos coordinated. Summer settled. Audits archived. Sabbatical approved. Beach redux. Babies buried sand. Elders us. Sign content. Fall foliage. Ellie high school bound. Braces free. Braces for future. Tommy's shop thrived. Jack's walking wild. Winter wrapped. Leo's first snow. Rose sledding shrieks. Book 4. Full circle, maybe. Debate indoors. Chains cut clean. Or lingering links. Happy horde. Or haunted harmony. Yours. Leo's gummy grins lit the row house like faulty wiring. Sparks of joy amid the threering circus of sippy cups and sibling squabbles. 3 under 5, Rose bossy at 4. Demanding story time now. Leo colicky at 6 months. Midnight whales testing Sam's sleep-deprived lawyering. Ellie. 14. Oasis of teen snark. Babysitting for app cash while eye-rolling our baby factory. You're breeding an army? Mom, she'd quip. Scrolling college brochures. Early acceptances whispering Duke. My alma nod. Tommy's clan mirrored. Jack's 3. Tornado toddler. Mia pregnant again. Shop books balanced by her barista brew. Work wild card. Sabbatical stretched to consultancy. Cherry-picking gigs, non-profit audits. Pro bono for trafficking rings. Numbers as net for the fallen. Hargrove Impact Fund. Board named it. Seeded by book royalties. Sam made equity partner. Firm dinners schmoozing senators. Our debates post-vino. Power or peace. Balance teetered. Spring scandal redux. Old cartel thread tugged. Dad's Mexico contacts. Orphaned ops post-death. Feds consulted. Your intel? I traced. Tommy testifying remote clean break. But scars itched. Closure? Indictments sealed. Whispers quiet. Summer sanctuary. Smoky Mountains cabin. Generational glue. Ellie hiked lead. Jax trailed. Rose and Leo napped porch swings. Tommy fishtails. Dad hated worms. Laughter lace loss. Mia's skin girl. After mom, Lena Jr.
Honored. Teary.
Fall frenzy. Ellie's prom. Gown thrift chic. Date awkward but kind. Proud. Kiddo, Sam said. Corsage pinning. My drop-off. Flashbacks to my skip dances, babysitter blues. She danced dawn. Debrief. Weird, but fun. Like us. Thanksgiving tableau. Tables extended. Jax's turkey crayon. Rose's prayer mangled. Toasts evolved, Tommy's to blood, not biting.
Mia esse bump kicked applause.
Leo babbled. Ellie filmed for family vlog, her channel.
Teen therapy.
Christmas crescendo. Ellie home from Duke orientation. Gifts gadget heavy. Rose's dollhouse drama. Leo's blocks tower. Tommy's engagement ring upgrade for Mia, pre-baby vow. Midnight. Ellie, miss the old chaos? This is better, truth. New Year nudge. Mia's labor, blizzard birth. Rosie arriving fierce. Hospital huddle. Ellie anti-pro. Rose cousin curious. Tommy paced. Girl power. Homecoming staggered. Snow muffled. Spring Duke send-off. Ellie's dorm unpacked. Tears trucked back. Call daily, Rose demanded. Empty nest echo. But Leo's steps filled, wobbly winds. Summer storm, book for launch. Full circle, Ellie forward poignant. Tour tag team, her campus talks. My keynote gravitas. Q&A twist. Ending. Ongoing. Life's plot. Fall foliage. Tommy's wedding. Fall leaves altar. Jack's ring flop comic. Vows. Relapse proof. Rosie cooed. Leo crawled chaos. Reception raved. Rose flower girl flourish. Winter wrapped. Leo's first words. Mama, heart melt. Ellie holiday break. Stories swapped. Fund grant. Women's shelter makin'. Mom's legacy looped. But shadow stirred. Anonymous tip. Kaylee's return. Tommy's past ping. Stalker vibes. Restraining order swift. Ellie. Protect the empire. United front. Spring bloom. Rosie's baptism. Family font. Ellie internship DC. Our couch crash. Coffee runs. Summer idol. Beach annual. Babies boarded waves. Elders Tommy, grilling. Fall harvest. Ellie's freshman year glow. A's emailed. Leo potty parade. Rose kindergarten bound. Winter whisper. Positive? No vasectomy chat. Family capped. Relief. Reflection. Twist tease. Dad's grave dug. Body missing. Mexico. Myth confirmed. Feds cold. Let's sleep. Debate. Exhume or embrace. I chose crib songs. Harmony hummed. Avenger archived. Matriarch minted. Judge the jury. Triumph or truce tenuous. Rose's kindergarten conquests filled afternoons with glitter-glued masterpieces. Her backpack sagging stories of best friend recess and math circle wins.
6 now.
Gap-toothed philosopher. Mom. Why families fight.
Ide pauza.
Leo's blocks clattering nearby for firecracker energy. Lego empires toppling rivals. To grow stronger. Bug. Truth trimmed. Sam's eye roll from den. Therapist bill later. Ellie. 18. Duke sophomore. Weekend warrior internship audits shadowing me. Learning the ledger. Tommy's tribe thrived. Jack's 5. School starter. Rosie 2. Terror twin to Leo. Mia's bakery venture. Scones shipped. Work woven. Consultancy crested. Hargrove Group LLC birthed. Team of tracers. Tackling corporate cancers. Boardroom battles. But home anchor. Sam's sabbatical shared. Law pro bono for fun cases. Balance books he'd pun. Wine poured. Spring scandal. Kaylee's custody bid. Jack's visitation ploy. Grudge gilded gold. Courts convened. My testimony torch. Pattern of manipulation.
Denied.
But Ellie confided. Scary.
Mom.
Like old stories. Hugs healed. Therapy tandem resumed. Summer saga. Family flotilla Lake Norman houseboat. Waterski wakes. Ellie jetted. Kids cannonballed. Tommy fished philosophies. Dad'd flip this float. Laughter lapped loss. Fall fanfare. Rose's play. Little Red. Wolf howled hilarious. Ellie homecoming game.
Duke roar.
Leo's preschool grad.
Kaptaseltos.
Thanksgiving triumph. Tables tripled. Jax's prayer profound. Toasts timeless. To unbroken. Rosie babbled. Leo led grace. Christmas chronicle. Ellie's ring. College beau. Steady Sam clone. Meet the clan? Gulp. But grins. Rose's elf antics. Leo's train obsession. New Year nod. Mia's third, boy. Final frontier. Hospital hoopla. Family flood. Spring send. Ellie's engagement party. Low-key lawn. Fairy lights. Tommy toasts. Don't babysit regrets. Wise wink. Summer splash. Wedding weekend. Asheville vines. Ellie radiant. Vows. Chains chosen. Rose petals. Leo rings lost. Found funny. Fall flourish. Rose first grade. Leo big kid bus. Ellie grad school tease. Law nod to Sam. Winter warmth. Holidays hybrid. Jax's snowman army. Book 5. Generations. Collaborative. Twist terminal. Mexico call. Dad. Voice vapor. Cancer 1. Forgive. Line died. Feds. Suicide. Body bayed. Ellie. Let go. We did. Ashes Atlantic. Debate dissolves. Happy horizon. Tragic traces faint. Avenger? Ancestor. Babysitter? Blessed be. Yours to yarn. End or endless.